I'm here with Fury FC lightweight Artur Minev ahead of his upcoming main event fight on Fury FC 106 on July 18th. He's currently 5-0 as a pro with every single win coming in round one or round two by finish. How's your day going so far, Artur?
Well, guys, I'm alright. I did just training, feel very good, prepare for my next fight, so everything is fine.
Yeah, and your next fight coming up is a great fight, main event of a Fury FC card. I wanted to ask if people don't know about you yet, if people don't know the name Artur Miniev, what would you say to them to let them know what type of fighter you are inside of the cage?
I'm universal fighter. I can say I'm good in strike, I'm good in wrestling. Yeah, I didn't show my wrestling yet. A lot of guys asked me about my wrestling because everyone know in my gym I'm more wrestle than striker. But I descend to make people enjoy. I have to show striking too, and I
Yeah.
have to be universal, so people enjoy my fights.
So what you're saying is like you haven't even showed the real Artur Miniev. If you need the wrestling, obviously you could go to that, but as of right now, you haven't had to.
Yes, like I believe in my hands. I train boxing every day, I train actually everything, like wrestling, boxing, but I didn't show yet because like this my last two fights go like very quick, so I didn't show what I can do, in 3 rounds. Or right now my fight gonna be 5 rounds. So I will show everything.
Yeah, and of your last five fights, of course, you've kind of dominated all of them, gotten finishes in round one, round two. Your amateur career, you obviously did amazing as well. I wanted to ask, out of all of the MMA fights you've had so far, which one was your toughest challenge, and what is maybe a few things or one thing you've learned from that tough fight?
Probably in US I had a set my second fight. It was pretty tough for me because I was like not like a big experience right now. Right now I have like good gym,
Yeah.
good coaches, good training partners. So my second fight was a little bit tough for me. It's going to second round, and guy was a little bit bigger than me, and I was 19 years old, so not like without experience like I have right now. You know? So it was pretty. It's not was a very tough fight, but from like from beginning, it was for me tough.
Yeah. And obviously, that's when you are coming in that early. Obviously, you don't have the experience under your belt like you do now. It is going to be tougher on the early stages of your career. But now you've already built up a great record, 5-0. You've gotten your experience, and now you're getting a lot of experience with a 5-round fight against Junior Maranjo. I want to talk about your opponent here, Junior. He's a veteran. He's got 25 wins, 12 losses, and he's got a lot of finishes under his belt as well. He's been fighting for 15 years as a pro. What are your thoughts on this opponent being this much of a veteran, having this much experience? What are your thoughts on this opponent, and how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I saw him fights. A little bit know about him. He has a lot of experience. He's like you say, veteran of this sport. Has like almost 40 fights. But that's very big opportunity for me. Like I will, my job. I will take any fights what my manager will offer for me. I don't care who gonna be on my way. My work, like just go engage and smash him. That's it. Because that's my goal. I roll to my goal. So yeah, he's good. I respect to all of my opponents. I know it's not gonna be easy fight, but I'm ready.
And of course, this is a 5-round fight, so it's a lot longer than you have been used to. But of course, obviously, I doubt your plan is to go 5 rounds. You're probably looking for a finish earlier on in the fight. But let's just say, hypothetically, The fight did go 5 rounds. How confident are you in those later rounds, as we haven't seen you go the distance in any of your fights previous?
Right now, I make sparring every day. Like we train with my guys on the mountains, running, sprints. We do a lot of work, 4 or 5 rounds. So I feel very good. I feel in my shape. I can say right now it's one of the best, like my shape. So I feel very great and I feel ready. Like of course, 5 rounds is for everyone. It's hard. Like that's not easy. Everything can happen. It's in fights when cage close. Everything can happen, but uh, like how I feel ready. Of course.
And of course, your preparation right now. You're saying you're in the best shape you've been, especially for a longer fight. What are some of your training partners right now, and that are helping you become such a great fighter currently?
Yeah, I have my brothers. They help me a lot. We train together every day. I have good coaches, very big team, syndicate. So we have a lot of sparring partners and like UFC guys, like a lot of guys with very good background and experience. Who can help me to prepare to the fight. Like I like to choose like very tough sparring partners. For me, just for my mental, because for me sparring is like literally the same as they like fight. So yeah, we prepare very good. We still have like 2 weeks, you know hard train, and then like last week cut weight, nothing crazy.
Yeah. And I'm curious what your short term plans are as an MMA fighter. Of course, become 6-0, win this main event against Junior Maranjo. But your next few fights, what are your short term goals? Are you trying to win a Fury FC title? Are you trying to get a short notice UFC fight, Dana White's Contender Series? What is the short term, like, next year look like for you?
Yeah, so my plan, like first I have to beat this guy. you know I don't like to look on the future, when I have right now fight. So first I have to beat him. If everything will be fine, and I know everything will be fine, uh, I will wait for like opportunity, like you said, short notice or contender series. If UC will give me this opportunity, that will be amazing. Because I understand, like I know I'm 21 years old. Like I'm pretty good for this age, and like I can beat a lot of guys in my weight in UFC and show like very good fights, so people enjoy my fights, and become like young star, in UFC. I know I have everything for that.
Yeah.
So
And of course, you are one of the younger fighters, already have a lot of experience as a pro. Because you're only 21 years old, of course, there's been a long history of MMA since you've been born. Is there any veterans inside of the UFC, any legends or anybody like that that got you into MMA that really made you say, I want to be like them one day?
uh, yeah, like when I was young, it was like it started to be popular when I was 15 years old, 15, 14, when Habib became in UFC, Conor, like John Jones, like these guys, of course, like they, like I watched the fights, and they put me like in good way, and I feel it, I want to be like them, even better. So I know it's possible, and I believe myself.
Yeah. And obviously, right now in your weight class, there's a lot of big stars inside of the UFC currently. If you could snap your fingers right now and fight any fighter in the world, anybody in the UFC, anybody in the PFL, your absolute dream fight for yourself, how would you see that fight going, and who would be your dream fight to compete against in the octagon?
I would say Tony Ferguson, but he's old right now. He's retired. Yeah, but from young guys, who is what's interesting for me? Probably Justin Gage.
Yeah. That's a banger matchup right there. How would you see that fight playing out between you and
I
Justin?
will see this fight like going crazy, like a lot of boxing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
And
definitely sick.
yeah, and of course you're going to be fighting in a few weeks now. If you're able to win that fight, if you're able to win any fight of that matter, and you're not injured, you don't have any bumps and bruises or anything like that, how often of a fighter do you actually want to be? Some people like to fight every 3 months, 4 months. What's the perfect timeline for you?
I'm usually fight every like 2 3 months. You know, if I don't have injuries, I'm okay. I can prepare to the fight. What's uh, what's hard? It's cut weight.
Yeah.
So when I don't have a fight, like I'm pretty big. I'm like 187,
Wow.
186. So if I'm in good shape, like my weight, it's 182, 183. So yeah, if I don't have injuries, I can fight every 3 months. And I know like I'm young right now, I need this. But I don't have to rush too.
Yeah.
So I have to be smart. That's like why I have like good manager, good coaches. So they help me with it, and I'm not rushing, but I still keep every fight what they offer for me because like I'm from another country, so it's very hard for me to find fight in US. It's not that easy. So I have to what they will offer for me, I have to keep it. So
And of course, you're coming into this matchup 5-0. You're about to be 6-0 with a great win in the Fury FC Octagon. In terms of your entire MMA career, you got so much longevity that's awaiting for you as you're only 21 years old. What is the main goal for your entire career? Do you want to become UFC champion? You said you walk around pretty heavy, so you're not able to take some fights as often as you want to. Do you ever want to move up to the welterweight division, become a two-time UFC champion? What by the end of your career, what do you want to have accomplished?
yeah, of course I want to be the best. I want to be champ. That's my goal. So like welterweight, that's I think right now, to be honest, that's too much for me. Because like welterweight guy is bigger than me, but like any like couple fights, in the future, I don't know, like maybe I will be bigger. So if I will be bigger and easy way for me to go welterweight, do not push myself very hard to cut weight, I will go. But right now I'm focused for lightweight, and I want to be at lightweight division. It's very hard it's like tough division, and be champ in lightweight. I think that's the best in UFC.
Yeah.
Because lightweight always tough division. So to become champion lightweight division, that's very cool.
Yeah, and speaking of the lightweight division, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Islam moving up to the welterweight division. We got this weekend, Charles versus Ilya. What are your thoughts on the UFC lightweight division right now, and what do you think happens in the main event this coming weekend?
Like I support, I love Charles too. I respect to him. He's a legend, for lightweight division too, and for Brazil, he's a good fighter. But I support and I like more Ilia Topuria. I
Yeah.
like his style. Like he from Georgia. Our country is very like friendly, so I will support him, and I think he will knock him out.
It's going to be a great fight for sure. Lightweight always has either fun fights or it's always going to be a fun fight when it's in the lightweight division and super high level as one of the most stacked weight classes, like you've been saying. I wanted to ask for your life outside of MMA. A lot of fighters coming up as young as you are. Sometimes they'll have jobs, sometimes they'll have families, other hobbies. Do you have any sort of job other than MMA, or is this your full-time passion and way of making money? And how do you balance your life as of right now?
Like I can be honest, right now we don't make like a lot of money, you know. So of course you have to work, you know. You have to work, help your family. Yeah, we like how I usually do. That's I wake up, go train, after train and go I go work for a little bit, and then I go to the second training, then go back work, go home, sleep like that every day.
Yeah. That's the way to do it, especially while you're coming up and trying to make it to the UFC one day. So I wish you all the luck in that for sure. I have one more question for you here. I'm currently a 1-0 amateur bantamweight right now. I have a fight this weekend on June 28th. What advice, obviously, you had a very good amateur career before you came pro. What advice would you have for guys that are first starting out in their first amateur fight or second amateur fight?
I would say, have to hard work hard, you know, be focused for training, um, listen your people who help you, like your coaches, you know. The first things you don't have to rush, you know. You have to be smart, you know, you have to eat good, train good, sleep good, you know. Everything helps, you know. If you will be focused on your career, on your goal, everything is possible, you know. Like I can say about me, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I've been in Ukraine, and I will like I just watch it you see on the TV, you know, like in the village with my guys. I will never think like, oh, I can be here, you know. So, but see, like right now it's happened, and I'm here, and I'm close to UFC, you know. So everything can change, you know. You just you have to be very like I say again, like focus, you know, for your goal, and road to your goal, and believe yourself. That's first. When you believe yourself, that's number one. What you need, you know.
Yeah, thank you so much for the advice, Artur. I can't wait for this fight on July 18th. If you have any sponsors or any coaches or friends or family, anything you want to shout out at the end of the video, the floor is yours. Thank you for the time, man.
Thank you. I wanna say hi to my country, Ukraine. Thank you everyone who support me, to my team syndicate, all guys, all people who helped me before, right now. Thank you very much, and thank you Fury FC for this big opportunity for me.
Yeah, can't wait, brother. Good luck on your fight. I hope you get it
Thank you
done
very
and get
much.
another finish.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother.